Okay, we are recording. So welcome to our launch for Shoot for the Stars, launching directors. We are super excited that all of you guys are here. For those of you that don't know me, I am Michelle Hall. I'm the star director of Scented Shells. And along with Felicia and Tiffany and Rob, we are going to go through this 5-week program with you. It's going to be every Tuesday night for the next 5 weeks at 8:30. And we are so excited to give you hands-on, tangible training things that you can use to grow your business. We believe we're like that. I know Felicia and Tiffany and myself both, we are visual learners. We're very like hands-on, this is how you do it kind of stuff. And so we want you guys to have that whole aspect of some of our stuff. But we also, on the other hand, want you guys on the Facebook page to actually join in, share how you're doing stuff, share different things that are making your business grow or how you're doing things. Definitely what you want to do is make sure that you're doing your homework. Let's snuck that in there on you. It's not going to be hard. It's definitely going to be things that we're going to be doing also. So we'll be posting right along with you, but it's just like 1 or 2 things and it won't be hard, but it's something that's going to help you get out of your comfort zone and grow your business. So tonight it's definitely going to be all about you. Okay. Your business started with you. You were the first one that said yes. And so tonight, what we want to concentrate on is definitely your business. So we'll be going through, each one of us has some things that we're going to talk about. We'll be going through different aspects of your business, your PRV, booking parties, different things like that. How to have conversations and things that it's going to help you. We don't want this to be like super long, so we're going to kind of like move it along, but I'll start out first and then we'll pass it on to Tiffany and then over to Felicia. So basically for your business, we want you to get comfortable with your PRV. That's going to be the first thing that you need to be concerning yourself about, is getting your PRV in and making sure that you have what you need as a leader to be paid at title for your business. Paid at title as a leader, you have to have 500 PRV. It's not negotiable. That's just something that needs to become a habit and not a goal. I know we always ask on our team pages, you know, what's your goals this week or what's your goals this month and stuff like that. Goals are great, but when it comes to your business and running your business, there's a few things that you need to do that are essential for your business to run smoothly. And when it does, then you are going to basically watch your business grow. My business, I started in July of 2015, and we have grown since then to a team of 304. This past year, we had like major super growth, and I'm very thankful for that. I have some excellent hard workers on our team, and I know that they are ready for the next step. So as we came into this new year, Tiffany and Felicia and myself were talking about things that we wanted to do for our teams and each one of you guys. And this training was one of those that was a vision for us for you. So we want to make sure that, you know, we're giving you everything that we can to make you successful in your business. We know we talk about getting active, and getting active is 200 PRV per month, and that is really good as far as making sure that you're secured for the next 4 months. So if you get active, you are secure in your Scentsy business for the next 4 months. But as a leader, the consistency of 500 PRV needs to be something that you concentrate on, I would say, within the first 10 days of the month. And the reason I say that is, if you have your 500 PRV in and you have your leadership PRV in, which is the 500 PRV, you can still work your business. Don't stop once you get 500, but you can still work your business, but you can also feel less pressure as far as getting in your leadership pay to be, or leadership PRV to be paid at title, and you can start working with your business and working with your team and doing different things with them. You definitely want to keep going, don't stop, but you want to make sure that you have got your business taken care of before you're helping anybody else. I did post a file on here, and if you have seen it, let me know. Just kind of comment and in the comment section there and let me know and what that was. And I'm going to share my, let me see if I can share my screen, because I want to share my screen so you can kind of see this. This is going to help you get your PRV. So hold on, let me see. Give me a second. I know it's on here somewhere because I opened it up. Oh, I have to open it up. All right, so I'm going to share and make this big. Can y'all see that? Somebody wait, somebody do their head. Okay, good. I can only see like 4 people over here. I went from that big grid to like 4 people over here. Okay, so I posted this on our Facebook page, and the reason I posted this is because when I first started out, I felt like I word vomited a lot, and I was very intimidated about talking to people and actually giving them, you know, asking them to do parties or telling them, you know, we have a new product coming out and stuff like that. I was very, very scared about that. So the more seasoned that I got into Scentsy, the better I feel about having and opening those conversations. I know some people have a lot of issues with this, and they don't even want to think about having to think about something and typing it up and sending it to somebody. So I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of information. So the ones that I started out with are just like for PRV. Okay, this is just like your PRV. You can use these actual little blurbs here. I just put a few of them on there. I think Felicia's going to put some and Tiffany are going to put some. And if you have some, you can actually share a file on here too. We want you to do that too. But if we're getting ready to drop a LTO, this is something really easy and fast that you can send out, you know, text some people, send it in Messenger or whatever. Some of these have personal specials, okay? So do not post them on Facebook, do not post them publicly, but you can kind of see in the second one here that I said, just wanted to see if you needed a refill on Scentsy and to get in on this free local shipping order I have going in. You cannot post publicly that you have a free shipping order going in. That's out of compliance. You can say I have a qualifying order going in, and the more you say that, the more your customers are going to know what qualifying is. But if you're just starting out, you're going to want to send this personally through a message to somebody, you know, text message your friends and stuff like that. So we have one for just our limited time offers. That might be a new warmer coming up. That might be a buddy coming out or something like that. But that's just something really cute that you can send that's really fast. The other one is for like our whiff box. And then I have another one down here that talks about our bundle and save for our flowers and different things like that. But if you notice on most of mine that I type and I send out to people, I end it with a question. Like, do you want to see it? And hopefully they're going to message me back and say, yeah, sure, I would love to see what the limited time offer is that you have now. Or yes, I want to see a sneak peek of what's in the whiff box. Or yes, I want to know what kind of scents that the flowers come in. So you want to kind of like do it very short and sweet, but you also want to get them excited to be able to message you back and say, yeah, of course I want to see it, you know, or whatever. So this is kind of like 4 quick ways that you can do to get some extra PRV whenever you're trying to get some of those orders. There's still a ton more that you can do. There's the 10 bar special that we got going. There's the 100 bar, 6 bar thing that we got going now. A lot of us are doing. So there's a lot more that you can do. So if you have some, please share them on our Facebook group so we can get a lot of this out there. All you have to do is either upload a file or you can type it on a post is fine. You know, this is something that I do to say, just put it on a post out there, and then people can go in and they can copy and paste that. This is going to help build their businesses, and it's going to help build their PRV. So we're all about helping each other, and this is kind of what we want to do. The next part on page 2 is booking a party. I like to do Facebook group parties, and I keep my Facebook group parties, and I go back even once they're closed. I have like 6 or 7 of them that are closed. Every month I go in and I change it, and I put a new party link in there, even if the hostess is not hosting that anymore, because technically when she invited them to her party the first time, those are my customers. Okay, so I still see them as my customers. So I'll go back into that party. I'll post a new link at the top. I'll take the old one off that's been discontinued. I'll post a new link on there, and I post the new stuff that's coming out, because those are still customers that you have on there. They're still going to want to know, even though that hostess might not be hosting the party, then they can come back and host another party. So I have a lady right now that's hosting a party that I have been posting on her party for like 3 months now, and she came back and she wanted to host another one. So it's good to keep those Facebook groups, and those are the ones that I like to do. But I have a couple of verbiages that we can send out. Of course, it's not June, so you want to adjust this to make sure that you're putting correct information in there. But my first one offers them a free mini warmer, and you can get either the free mini warmer out of some that you have laying around, or you can use your perpetual reward. Your perpetual reward is 1/2 off item that Scentsy gives us, and it's actually under your party summary, and you can assign that to anybody in your party. I think I missed that for the first 2 years of my consultantship. I didn't really know about that. So when I found out about that, I was super excited about it, but it is an extra 1/2 off. It's not included in the hostess rewards, but it's an extra 1/2 off that you can use for you to do something like this with. Give them pay $10, because a $200 party or more is definitely worth that $10 out of your pocket, or whatever you want to do to be able to reward your host for that. Then they're still going to get their hostess rewards. Another one is, this is one that I'm going to be using probably next week, sending it out, because we're transitioning to another catalog. So I went ahead and put that on there. I did this for spring and for fall and winter when spring and summer was over, and I booked 8 parties just off of this one little blurb here in the middle. It's letting them know that the fall winter is going away. Our spring summer is starting in February, and wanted to see if they wanted kind of like a last glance, first chance look kind of thing. So their party would actually split into 2 months. So it's going to be the end of the fall winter, but it's also going to include the spring and the summer. I had several parties booked off of this from doing that on our last transition, and some of those I'm still posting in. But this is an easy way to do that, and that way they can get, you know, all 4 seasons in one party. And so that's a really good way to get some excitement on that too. And then the next one is when someone asks you about a product and they say they really like it. Like I got a lady right now that she is she's looking at the diffusers, and she says she really likes those. So I waited a little bit to see if she was going to order. She hasn't ordered yet, so I just shot her this message and said, hey, here's an option for you. If you want to host an online Facebook group party, you can get your goodies for half off and for free. Super easy to do, and you can get that diffuser in the sense that you want to give it a try. So it's really simple. You just send that out to people, and that will help boost your PRV. So those are on our Facebook group page. I'm going to stop my share now. Those are on our Facebook group page, so those are there for you. If you have some more, please post those. Please share. Sorry, I had people out there. Please post and share what you have for people, and that way they can actually see, and they can actually make sure that they are doing all of the things that, you know, will help them boost their PRV. Another thing is follow-ups. I do my follow-ups in text messages and stuff, because I keep a list of all of my people that order and their numbers. And then I just follow up with them a couple of weeks after they order and see, you know, if they need anything else, or definitely if there's a new LTO coming out, I'll send that out to them also. I know Tiffany uses a app that will do like a mass text. I haven't done that yet. I need to do that, but I know she does that, and she can talk about that in just a few minutes. But I'm gonna let Tiffany go for a little bit, or Felicia.
No, I don't need to go. There's just a bunch of people in the waiting room.
I let them in, I thought. Did I let them in? I think they're all in now. Okay. It wouldn't let me see it when I had my screen share. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. Tiffany, go.
Okay, so my name's Tiffany Green. I'm really excited because this program is like going to be so good for you guys to learn and like physically see how we work. And I'm really excited that you guys decided to show up because it's a Tuesday night and you could be doing anything else and you decided to listen to us. So that means a lot to every single one of us. And just know that we see you and we're so thankful for you. And we're really excited to see you guys launch into 2021 and grow like even further than what you've already done. So I just want to give everybody that shout out right now because this isn't about us. It's really about you guys and y'all are the ones showing up. So that's amazing. But yeah, okay. So about my like PRV, I'm going to be honest with you guys, bookings is not something that's my strong suit. I do a lot of follow-ups. And I have some verbiage right here. So a lot of times I'm going to share all these scripts on our, like the Shooting for the Launch Stars program page. I'm going to share all these scripts so you guys can just copy and paste if you want. And I do a lot of stuff by my phone because if I had paper, I'm literally going to lose it because my kids are probably going to draw all over it. So I'm going to show you my phone. But so some of the things that I did, I'm really targeting this month a lot on that 10% off, like everything being 10% off on the bars. And I'm sending people the, like, you guys can see that little like picture right there. So I'm sending them the retired list picture and that's how I'm targeting people. So I just said, hey girlfriend, sending you the retiring list of bars so you can see if you want any before they go away this month. All bars are on sale 10% off, including the ones not retiring. So you'll get 6 for $27. Let me know if you want me to send you the link to order so you can stock up before they're discontinued and before they go off sale. So that's literally how I've gotten most of my PRV. And I use this app. Let me send you. So it's called the like Hit 'em Up app. I'll screenshot it so you guys can see it. But what you do is you go in and it's literally gonna put, so this is like my frontline chat, but I can go in and I can program all my VIPs in this group chat and it'll select them all. And then down here, this is not showing very well, but you guys can see I can type the message down here and then I just press send and it fires out to all my VIPs. So I don't have to personally go in and individually type that message. It just does it through one text. And so I have like one, you guys will see, I have one for my frontline. I have one for my VIPs. And then we'll talk more about this. I actually got this idea from Felicia and Rob a couple months ago, but I do coaching group chats instead of coaching calls. And so I have all those coaching groups in this, like you guys can see, it's like all right there. Well, you guys can see, but it's like coaching groups. And then I just click which group I want and it'll let me fire the text out. So I love it. It's very easy for me because my son has therapy all day long. I'm either getting Ellie Grace, he's in therapy, and then we have a 1-year-old. So I do a lot on the go and my husband's like never home. He's always working. And so this is just easy and more time consuming and it doesn't take that much time because I can literally just type it and it sends to like 20 people, which is easier for me. Another thing that I do is I do like the VIP mail. And this may be jumping the gun, but I'm just going to go ahead and say all this. But I do VIP mail, and the way that I do my VIP mail, it's more geared towards what I have going on that month. So I've been doing little postcards like this. And I know you guys will see like a lot of times people will send stuff when they order. I do mine on payday just because that's how I save money. And literally everything that I do fits in this one little envelope and it takes one stamp. So I do this. We're going to show a Wax Cash file and I do $5 Wax Cash. The way that I enter that Wax Cash is just through host rewards that I have on my parties that I rack up. And then I have this little postcard that I made off Canva, and I'll upload the link to the shooting for the thing. But it says, it's like a little donut. It's really cute. And I print like 4 to a page. And then I just say, thank you. Our family runs on customers like you. Thank you for supporting our business and shopping small. We hope you love your products. And then I have my contact info. And then under the donut, I'm like really punny. So it says, I don't know what I would have done without you, but it's like donut. So it's a little pun and I really like it. But I do this, I do the Wax Cash, and then I just do the cent of the month of what's coming for that month. So if I did, what was last month? December. So I'm going to do December's on the 10th when we get paid. I'm going to do January cent of the month. So then they're going to get them, they're going to want to order that cent and then they can add it to club. But I did want to show you guys, if you guys don't have the money to do that, do not feel bad, because when my daughter was in the NICU, so a lot of the times I really do gear towards what I'm going through. So when she was in the NICU, I was in the hospital all the time, and I didn't have time to sit down and like put these together. So I just took a picture of us like this. And then I said January Fun Mail, $5 off your next order of $30 or more. And then I did a thing where it says expires, which is what's on the $5 Wax Cash. Is just, it was a text. And when they ordered, I literally just went to my workstation, sent this through a text, and I said, thank you so much for ordering. When you want to redeem this, let me know. And that's literally how I did my thank you mail. So however you decide to spoil your customers, that's what you decide. Do not compare to what I do. Don't compare to what Michelle does or what Felicia does. Make it towards what you're going through that month and make it towards like your budget, because I can't afford like $30 in like every single week to send out to my customers. That's not in my budget. So I make these because these are literally one stamp. So I can do $2,000 in orders and I can send these out for like 20 bucks. So it's what works for me. But that's pretty much a lot of how I do my PRV, is through follow-ups and all this good stuff.
We had one question, Tiffany, the app that sends out the mass text, will you share what that is, and is there a cost for it? Hit 'em up app. That's what Michelle Lauer just said.
So the app, it's I think I paid $5.99 a month. Your first month's free. But I pay $5.99 a month and it's just hooked up to my Cincy card. So then it comes out of my paycheck from Cincy. I don't ever see it come out of my bank. And then, wait, what was it? What was the first question?
Michelle was posting on there. It's called Hit 'em Up is what the name of the app is.
Oh yeah, it's called Hit 'em Up.
Okay.
And it's literally spelled just how she said it. The M is like a little thingy, an EM. And it's like a little microphone. You guys can see it. It's that green above Spotify.
And Michelle said she replaced her Amy with that. Amy is a follow-up system that Cincy has for us. It's $7.99 a month. So I mean, this might be a little bit cheaper, I'm not sure, but whatever system you have, make sure you have some type of follow-up system. Even if it's like the small touches like Tiffany's doing with her little mail outs, and I do the mail outs too, and I'm sure Felicia does, it's just something. So it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be like all the grandeur of something, you know, it really does not have to be all the things. It's a little something to let them know that, hey, I was thinking about you enough to drop a little note in the mail to you and give you a flyer with the cent of the month for next month. It's the soft touches that are going to mean the most to your customers, that are going to get those repeat customers coming back to you. So that kind of is, you know, is what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're keeping it, you know, within your budget and not comparing to everybody else's. Whatever you can do is what you need to do. If it's just a sticky note that says, thank you for ordering from me, put it in a box or put it in an envelope and send it to them. And your customer, I guarantee you, will remember that more than anything. So
Mhm.
that is very good. All right. I think it's Felicia's turn.
Hey, this is real life. Baby's still up, so if she screams, I'm gonna mute real quick. But my name is Felicia Rhodes. I don't know if you don't know me, but I am the star director of Enduring Sense. And I am really, really, really excited to share with you guys. I have a really strange way of working my business because I'm really, really strange. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I love, especially with PRV and recognizing PRV and loving my customers. Can you hear her screaming yet? Okay, good. Anyways, so every time I get an order, right? So PWS or a party or something like that, I don't really mail anything out. I live in a camper, so I really I choose what I have and systems that I have in place. And honestly, recently I have been voice texting. If you guys are on my group, you know I love to voice text. I have been voice texting my customers, or I'll send them like a GIF with a huge thank you for your order, thing of my kids. Very personable. What I think we follow a lot of people, right? And we kind of get in the habit of sending something out. They ordered from us, so we need to give to them. But I learned quick it's not necessarily about what they receive for ordering a product they love. It's knowing how it affects you, how it blesses you, and that you recognize them and that you care. So that is just something I do. I voice text them. I do a lot of my PRV off of my VIP page, which I'll share more about that coming up. But I love my VIP page. I love my VIP customers. It is a private group. Just for an example, last month I was 530 or something points away from level 1, and I went on my VIP page and was just like, listen guys, I watched my team, but I didn't watch myself, and Rob and I are this close. And they all showed up and they all ordered. I think I got an extra like $700 in orders just from sharing with my VIP customers, because they know me on a very personable level. Like what Facebook sees in my highlight reel and my stories is one thing, but what my customers and my VIPs see, they see like the real behind the scenes, the kids, the crazy, the loud. They know when Rob's gone, when he's doing a funeral, and all that kind of stuff. So they know me on a whole nother level, and they know what Scentsy does for us. We're very open about the blessings we receive from any type of order. But again, sharing a GIF of my kids jumping up and down and a text that just says thank you so much, that goes a long way. And even if you don't have kids, like dog, buy a cat just for GIFs to send to customers. Anything like that. Like, be personable and make sure your customers know. I know I'm really strange, but make sure your customers know that you love them. But as far as like my verbiage, again, guys, a lot of what I send to people is a voice text. When I ask for a party, when I ask for an order, if I follow up with somebody, I just feel like I have 3 kids, we have a farm. Some of my customers will literally hear me saying, hey guys, I saw your, order delivered, and the pigs are screaming because they're hungry and they couldn't even make out what I was saying. I'm very real with my customers. I check in on them. I love them hard, and they know that I'm real. But I know I'm supposed to share more about PRV. You guys have so many great things. But like Michelle said, like you have to fill your PRV cup first, right? Like you have to give yourself that understanding that you're an independent consultant first, and that you have to have a certain amount of PRV in order to get paid at title, because I could have 499 PRV at the end of the month and my group could sell 80,000. I still won't get paid off of any of that because I wasn't focused on my PRV. So you have to fill your cup first when it comes to leadership, when it comes to PRV, and booking those parties is really key. For example, this month and most months, I use what Scentsy gives us. We work for an amazing company that nearly always has something to give for us to use as a tool. So this 10% off wax, I have messaged, can you guys raise your hand if you have your video on? Have you seen the 100 6-pack challenge going on? The 100 6-pack. If you guys are on Enduring Scents, I know you have. And there's a challenge. I see Allie, you look very confused. I'll share it on Tiffany's team page. It is literally you sell 100 6-packs of wax because it's 10% off, which can sound really scary, right? Like that means you have to contact 100 people and ask them to buy wax, and that can seem a little overwhelming. So I broke it down a little bit more, and I've decided I'm going to personally ask 10 people and ask those 10 people to find me 10 new people to buy a 6-pack of wax. And then they get a free pack of wax for helping me out. Now, honestly, that's giving me almost 100 new contacts if I play my cards right. So that in itself is really smart, really forward-thinking PRV. So use these challenges, and guys, like Tiffany said, you don't have to have a 10% off special to offer something like this. You know what I'm saying? You could say, hey guys, we have a bundle and save. It's buy 5 bars, get 1 free. Most people, unless they're in Scentsy, don't know our language like we do. And to them, they're like, oh my gosh, a whole free bar? Like, yeah, I'm going to share with 10 people. Like hook and line and reel them in. So PRV is not necessarily like you have to have a billion of it, right? You just have to be focused on it. You have to be willing to open your mouth and talk to people, ask them to order, and make it about them, not necessarily about you. And I would much rather ask 10 people that I know, right? And I told Michelle and Tiffany this the other day. A lot of times I will go to customers or people who I know, and you can literally address it like, hey guys, I could really use your help this month. I don't need anything from you other than just, would you allow me to share with some of your friends and family so that I can build my customer base? If no one orders, I still have a gift for you, right? So now it's a personal special, so do it privately. And just send them a scent circle with a thank you note, right? But even if you get one customer off of them doing you a favor, if you follow up with them and you treat them right and you get to know them, that could be a possible new recruit, a new person to book a party off of next month. So it's all about thinking forward. I hope that was okay, Michelle.
It was okay, but will you explain a little bit about your VIP page and how that kind of...
You want me to do that now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I am obsessed with my VIP page. I am very passionate that every consultant should have a private VIP page where no other consultants are on it. It's just you and your customers. Even when I do an online party, I share the link to my VIP page, and when it's over, I ask all the people who have ordered from me to join my VIP page. A VIP page is a private group. It's not a business page, and I know a lot of you guys have business page, but at least over 50% of the people on your business page who have liked it are consultants. 2, you have to understand the concept of Facebook algorithms. And until you have over 1,000 likes on a business page, Facebook will kind of deem it as unpopular and not share it. So you have to think outside the box. If someone joins a private group because they accept your invite or they request to join a private group, Facebook looks at that as they're interested in the content that group has to share. And so you have a higher chance of your customers seeing what you post in a private group than you do on a business page. You also have the opportunity of promoting personal specials, okay? And that is huge. I typically, almost every month, I have an open party, and it's just Fleas VIPs. They know every month I have it, and a lot of my customers will just order from it. Or anytime I share an LTO, they know I have a link made and they just go and order from it. I also love to do a host of the week on my VIP page. where if I have a host who's at like 150, 175, and she needs to push over that 200, I post in my VIP page. I say, hey guys, let's shout this girl out. She's my host of the week. She's still close. So if anyone needs anything, here's her link. And 9 times out of 10, even if they don't need anything, a lot of them will still order a 3-pack of wax, an oil, bulbs, something just to go towards helping this host push past a qualified order. You have to understand a few things with a private group. And I'm sorry if you guys are asking questions, but I'm very OCD and I can't read that and talk.
I'm watching the questions. I'm watching the questions and seeing what they're.
Okay. So here's another really good resource with the private group. You can go on, it's just like our groups that we're on with our Scentsy pages, right? You can see who has seen it, right? A lot of people are like, well, no one, I saw 30 people saw it, but only one person commented. Do you know what that means? That means you now have 33 people you can click and see who has seen it, and you have 33 people you can follow up with. Hey girl, I'm sure you're busy. I saw you saw my post about the 10% off wax. Here's a link just in case you forgot. That's not invasive. That is very personable. And that's letting them know that you see them. Now you get 1 or 2 options. They're like, wow, you can see me. Okay, I got to go. Or 2, they're going to be really appreciative that you took the time out to message them. Sorry, guys. But I use a lot of these things to my advantage. You can pin announcements. You can do mystery hostess. So that's another thing. A lot of my customers know if they order out of that link that I create, I will just give those rewards away. Or just ask somebody, hey, do you want to join? I'll use those rewards to promote a host to join kit. So there's so much. I could literally talk forever about a private VIP page. I'm very passionate about it. Like I said, I went there. These people know me. I won't go live anywhere else because my kids are animals and I live on a farm surrounded by more animals, and my life is just very unpredictable. But on my private VIP page, it's totally different. I have no one to impress. They already love me. They know my children to a fault. And I'm more confident sharing and selling Scentsy on my private VIP page and using my personal Facebook to share the blessings of Scentsy. So that's the huge difference. A lot of people use their personal Facebook to do both, right? All of a sudden, Scentsy's blessed me with this, and I just went here, hey guys, buy a 6-pack of wax. Whereas I would much rather keep it clean and share what Scentsy does for us, share the blessings that it gives us, share about payday. And then on my VIP page, be like, yo guys, I need PRV. I'm not even gonna play someone book party. You have to be able to have that separation, and there's nowhere safer to do that than on a VIP page. Michelle, am I forgetting anything? Or do you have anything you want to say?
So Wendy asked if she would set up questions for people to enter the group, and I think that would be a good thing to do. Have a question in there like, are you a consultant? And if they answer yes, then deny access to that person.
I deny everybody who's a consultant because it's private. It's a relationship. It's not somewhere where I want you to learn what I'm doing, because I'm already teaching you that on my Scentsy page. This is somewhere I have a deep connection and a personal relationship with my customers, and I have my own private personal specials, links, and the way that I run my business. Now, as far as the questions go, yes, that could be really, really good. I haven't had any questions on there because a lot of mine is inviting. I invite people. And then I also do something about every 3 months. I have the people who are on my VIP page, they get entered into a drawing for, guys, literally nothing crazy, like a scent circle or a care package if they invite up to 5 new members to my VIP page, so that I'm not the only one trying to build that VIP page up. I'm kind of using my customers to help me build more customers. And that, in a sense, is the same way that I'm working how I get PRV with booking parties.
It's like Anna said, you don't want your VIP page to be filled with your entire friends list of Facebook. These are
Mm-mm.
customers that
These are people I don't even know.
these are customers that repeat purchase on a regular basis
Mhm.
or a somewhat irregular basis, but they're your best customers. They're the people that you want to offer personal specials to. You have to stay in compliance, of course, but you can offer something to your VIP page different than you can offer to everybody
Mhm.
in the world.
Mhm.
And that's the difference between your VIP page and your business page, or your VIP and your general customer base, because your personal specials can really make your customers feel that much more important and that much more willing to purchase from you as a consultant rather than any of you other ladies that are on the page
And
right now.
and guys, I even have a post that I do almost every other month where my customers will post. It's like I just post a fragrance flower and my customers will post kind of like a explanation of someone in their life that they want to bless with, you know, a gift, right? So if they have a friend that's going through something, and I'll just pick someone out of those comments and I'll mail a fragrance flower to them with a note attached for whoever voted for that person. It can literally be way more than what you can do just directly on Facebook. And another reason I'm very passionate about VIP pages, I am a stay-at-home mom. And when I say I'm a stay-at-home mom, there are sometimes like it goes a week or two that I don't even leave the farm. I don't even know what month it is. I probably haven't even showered and I don't know. So I am stay at home and I don't go out. I don't meet new people. And so what is the resource that I have, right? I can be uncomfortable with not understanding Facebook. I can be uncomfortable with not understanding social media, or being nervous to meet new people, or being nervous to message 100 new people that joined a party to see if they wanted to order. But if I want Scentsy to be successful, I have to think outside the box. I have to use the resources that are given to me. And I could literally take a selfie 2 months ago and still use it on my VIP page tomorrow and be like, y'all, life is so good. And I haven't gotten out of bed and I have Cheetos in my hair. They don't need to know that I have Cheetos in my hair. But I have the resource of using social media and a VIP page and Instagram stories and all of this stuff to connect with people who are completely out of reach. I mean, yes, eventually you recruit them. But I mean, a lot of my customers from my VIP page, I would never know. Teresa, she's on here. She's a prime example. She was on my VIP page for a while, like hitting up all the personal specials that I was doing. You know, like she is someone I would have never met had it not been from me twisting her daughter's arm to book a party, and then her ordering like 3 times from that one party, and then eventually joining. So, and now I can't even picture my life without her in it. So use your resources, get creative. If you're not creative, and I know, Michelle, I'm ranting way too much, but if you're not creative with these things, utilize the people who are, because the people who are weren't, and they were squeaky wheels and they asked the right questions. I had no problem rising up in Scentsy being a squeaky wheel. If I saw someone who posted something and I was just like, yo, what is this? I was in their private messages. I was like, tell me everything. And if they ignored me, I went to the next person and be like, I know you saw her post. She probably answered you. Can you tell me what she did? Be the squeaky wheel and learn, right? Like the beauty of Scentsy is everything is something that you can learn. There's no secret sauce. The only thing that holds you back from booking the parties, from recruiting, from starting a VIP page and getting people on there you don't know is yourself. You just have the confidence to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to do it. It's social media. I can delete it later, and do it. Just do it. So anyway, Michelle, did I not touch on anything or something?
No, you did very well. And I will tell you guys, I just last week started my VIP page from actually going over the outline with Felicia and Rob and Tiffany. And I had one customer that actually invited 9 people. And
Mhm.
I was like, okay, she is like inviting all the people. So I sent her, you know, a message and stuff. So it does work. It does help you get more customers. And you can even talk about a referral thing. Like even on there, you know, if you refer 5 people, you know, or referred from you, you know, you get a free prize from me, even like a scent circle, like she said, something that you have around, or a wax bar or something from the scent of the month that you get or something. There's ways to do that to spoil customers.
And that's the difference, real quick. On your personable Facebook, you can't say, hey guys, tag someone and someone out of here is going to get a free scent circle. That publicly is out of compliance. What that is a personal special. So that is why on a private VIP page, again, private.
Mhm.
Don't make it public, it's private. That can be something that is allowed, because technically to Facebook, you are privately messaging the people who you have accepted into this private group. Okay?
Nikki wanted to know, how do you add people that you don't know?
So,
Or how do you do that, Felicia?
like, what do you mean? Like,
So like Michelle, you just said that the one person you added to your page invited 9 people. They would just show interest, and I think on Facebook when there is a private group, they can request to join.
Mhm.
you don't have to be friends with them. It's just like
Yeah.
you guys adding someone that I don't know because they're your new recruit.
Well,
To
that's like we did on this Facebook page that we did. It's a private page, so you had to request to be a part of this particular Shoot for the Stars group. So that's the same thing that they'll do. They'll have to ask unless you invite them.
also, when I'm doing a group Facebook party, because I only do my Facebook parties in a group. I do a couple like feeder posts where I'll see if I'll post, hey, are you new to Scentsy or are you an expert? Anyone who says they're an expert, I immediately message them on Facebook. I add them, and I'm just like, hey, how long have you been using it? I just get to know them. Most of the time, it's voice text because people just aren't as intimidated listening to a voice text than reading a paragraph. It's just truth. And I get to know them. As soon as I get to know them, I add them to my VIP page. Those are the people I keep in mind when I have a free kit and I message them. I'm like, hey, you've been on my VIP page. You see how easy and fun it is. I have a free kit. If you want to become an expert and a consultant, here's your opportunity. So it's all about just utilizing the resources given.
Beverly asked a question, Felicia. Do you have anyone in your group that hasn't actually shopped from you? Do you clean your group members up?
I don't clean my group members up, no.
Unless they join.
Well, yes, unless they join, then they gotta go. But I think that's more not because I don't have the time to go to my workstation and see, okay, have you ordered or have you not ordered? But I have a lot of people who might order $300 once a year.
Mhm.
So, I also might have somebody who randomly messages me, like the Yoda. I've had someone on my VIP page for 2 years who've never commented, never interacted, never did anything. And then they saw my post with the baby Yoda and immediately private messaged me and was just like, hey, I need that. So I don't necessarily count anybody out, because sometimes it just takes a certain product, a certain smell, or a certain something to finally pique their interest. So that, I hope you can clean it up. Obviously, that is completely up to you. These are your rules, however you want to do it. Or a kid to have on hand. I'm sorry. Now I'm reading questions and I'm totally off. Okay.
I'll reply to Wendy. Wendy's asking about, should she order a kit to have on hand? You can't order somebody else's kit. Okay, you cannot have a kit and order a kit for somebody and just have it on hand. What you can do, and this is what I do, is I host my own party twice a month. So I have 2 kits at least a month that I have that I'm able to offer somebody. Once they get up to $500, I stop that party and I start a new party. And then that way, the kit that I have is actually going to be a free kit. You cannot say free whenever you're advertising that you have a kit for somebody on the public Facebook or the social media. You can say, I have a kit for no out of pocket cost to you. Okay, I know it's apples and oranges, but you know that's what Scentsy has told us, because not everybody can get a free kit. But the way you do that is you open your own party, you collect orders, and you collect the hostess rewards, and then they get somebody that wants to join or whatever, they're going to get that kit, and you're going to be able to do that. But you can't buy a kit for somebody. Another thing I wanted to touch on really quick is Scentsy Club. That is a huge way of getting PRV, okay? Honestly, I love my Scentsy Club. I have 5 members of Scentsy Club right now. I'm going really hard on that this month, especially because Bring Back My Bars are available and we're retiring bars. So this is something that you want to make sure that you are doing all of the posts for, sharing this with your customers about Scentsy Club, because that's basically they're signing up and saying, I guarantee that I'm going to shop with you. Whether they do it once a month, whether they do it every other month, or whether they do it 3 times a month, once they sign up for the club, your club, they are guaranteeing that they're going to be shopping with you. My ultimate goal right now, I have about $335 in Scentsy Club every month. My ultimate goal is to get that up to at least 1,000. I'm working on that hard with my clubbers and introducing what it exactly is. The more you post about it, the more you share about it. Print out a little card. You know that envelope that Tiffany had? It's not going to be a lot to print out a little card that just says a blurb on it about club. Pique their interest. That's what you want to do. That is guaranteed PRV every month, okay? They're going to change it. They're going to do anything. Yes, I do something special for my Scentsy Club members each month, but it's not a lot. I'm telling you, it's not a lot. You don't have to do a lot to be able to make them feel special, okay? But as a club member, yes. And a lot of it is things that we print out. I know Tiffany and Felicia and myself, we share a lot, and we'll share these on this page too, of just like little flyers that we do to print out and everything. Tiffany shared one on her team page today. So yes, you want to spoil them because they are guaranteeing that they're going to be shopping with you. That is PRV that you don't have to worry about. So if you're a leader and you have somebody on your team and you're looking to get your 500 PRV, how awesome would it be that you didn't have to even worry about that you can just like say, I'm going to get my 500 PRV in, but I also know that I'm going to get more PRV in because I have Scentsy Clubbers. Okay, that's where my sense of mind comes in, and it just helps me relax a little bit more, because I know I'm a club member myself. I know I have my other club members. I know I'm going to get the warmer of the month, so that's PRV also. Okay, if you order the PRV, which everybody I think should either do the scent of the month or the warmer of the month, because you're going to get paid back for that, because you're going to get PRV from it. You can turn around and sell it if you want to, or you can like break down the bars and use it for samples, whatever you want to do with that. But you're getting paid back to actually shop for yourself and actually get that stuff for your customers or whoever. So that's another form of PRV, is to be able to go and do the warmer of the month. Or the scent of the month. If you can't do that, then just do one. I always get the warmer of the month. If I don't like the warmer, you know what? I got a host that's going to want that, or I got a special gift that I can give on my VIP page now. Or if I don't like that scent or whatever, you know what? Everybody in my Scentsy Club is going to get a free bar this month or whatever, So there's scents that come that I don't like, and that's okay. I'm sure that is. So gift those bars or do what you have to do and able to do that. But you want to make sure that you are doing everything that you can to build your PRV. And Tiffany is going to talk again real quick about fundraisers to help boost your PRV also.
Okay, so I feel like I'm starting to get known for fundraiser. But so where to start for a fundraiser? I really do recommend these, because it's a good way to get people that don't normally buy from you to buy. So a little bit about my story. I'm really passionate about the Ronald McDonald House because of our son, Eli, our daughter, Tegan. They were in the NICU in Charleston, West Virginia, and we had to stay at the Ronald McDonald House. Our first daughter, Ella Grace, was in the NICU, but we didn't have to stay because they let us stay at Naval. It was a military hospital, so they were very nice about it. But so for the other two, we stayed at the Ronald McDonald House. So I choose to give back to this organization just because they did so much for us. So that's somewhere where you guys need to start. Don't choose an organization that doesn't mean anything to you, because you're not going to be emotionally like attached to it, and you're not going to sell as much as you could. You're not going to promote it as hard as you could. So pick something that's very close to you. But when it comes to starting it, so I did the buddy drive, and then this November, I know a lot of you guys know, we did the Eli's Peace buddy drive, which really blew up. So where to start? My customers know who I am. They know that Ronald McDonald House is part of my brand. I don't just share about me doing a fundraiser with them. I share their stuff on my Instagram whenever they post, especially the house in Charleston. Whenever they share something, I'm always sharing about the rounding up. They did t-shirts, and I shared that in my story. So a lot of my customers actually ordered t-shirts from the Charleston, West Virginia house because they knew of that as me. And when they went in to write a comment, they said in honor of the Green family. So that was really cool that people just started to know me as that.
No. Yeah.
So sorry, sign it. But pick somewhere you're passionate about. And then secondly, you need to announce this to your customers. So you need to share on social media why you're very passionate about it. You need to share what you're donating. So are you donating your commission? Are you donating half your commission? Are you donating buddies? If it's a pet place or animal shelter, are you donating pet supplies like the shampoo and stuff? What are you donating? And then you need to keep people updated with it. So you need to tell them you're X amount away from your goal. You are this amount away from your goal. This is how many 6-packs you're away. People want to help you. And if you tell them how far you are from reaching that goal, then you're going to be able to have a better fundraiser. But whatever you do, like even if it's someone that just shares your post, I got a lot of shares from the Eli Peace fundraiser. And you have to make sure that you send them something to follow up with them and say thank you. So even if they're just donating because they love the organization you're doing, you need to follow up with them and say thank you for ordering and donating to this cause. And I just gave mine a scent circle with like a catalog. That's all I did. And then people are starting to reorder. So just get that like spark in their eyes. And then another thing, to see what your customers like and where your customers want to donate to. Michelle and I did this like in December, but we did a Google form, and it was basically like a customer review form, and they just rated like a customer service and stuff. And then the very last question that I did was, if I were to do more fundraisers in 2021, which organizations would you want me to donate to? And I got like a huge response out of that. And then just a little more background about us. My son's autistic, and he goes to ACES for Autism, or ACES for Autism, ACES in Greenville. So a lot of my customers know that about Eli, and a lot of them put on that bottom one, ACES for Autism. So that was really cool too, because they're starting to incorporate what means really close to me into my business. And that's something that I could honestly get behind, is doing a fundraiser for ACES. But yeah, that's kind of something. So know where your customers want you to donate to, because if you involve them in that and you let them have a say-so in that decision, they're going to be more likely to order. They're going to be more likely to share, and then they're going to be more likely to like help that organization grow. So that's kind of where I'll go from there. That's all I have on that.
Okay, we have a couple of questions. Tracy, you cannot order a kit and have a kit on hand. When we talk about gifting a kit, and we're going to dive into this a lot more next week, because next week is on sponsoring. But as far as gifting a kit, what I talk about a lot on our team page, that is basically my $500 party. I have enough hostess rewards that I can gift that kit to somebody for free. So at the time of transaction, I have somebody that wants to join, and they're going to turn into my hostess, and I'm going to gift that kit to them. But we'll dive into that more next week. But no, you cannot purchase a kit just to have sitting around for somebody. And then Kimberly asked a question for Tiffany about, don't we have to get
Permission.
permission? Uh-huh.
So the thing about this is y'all don't just show up with a check on their doorstep.
That's the only thing I have to say. So when it came to me doing the one here in Greenville, I just knew the director, so I just sent her a text for my one, and I did a NICU or a Ronald McDonald House fundraiser in September too, and I just did a full catalog, and I just sent her a text and I was like, hey, like I'm thinking of just doing a quick fundraiser for you guys. Is that okay? And she was like, yeah, that's fine. So just let them know that that's what you want to do. Just like the house in Charleston, West Virginia, when Eli got out of the NICU, that's when I first started these buddy drives. And I just called them and I was like, hey, like my name's Tiffany Green. I'm a Cincy consultant. I would really like to do a monthly buddy fundraiser for you guys, if that's okay. What it entails is my customers would literally just order the buddies and then I'll just drop them off at the house once a month. And they were totally cool with it, put me on their social media, everything. So just let them know that this is what you want to do. For the one that we did with Eli's piece, it was very formal just because there was over like 9,000 people that promoted it. So we wanted it to be very legit just for compliance issues with 9,000 people. So if you're going to do one with like that amount of number, I can try to get, I think I still have the form that on our Google Drive, but they would just sign it. But most of the time, if you just tell the fundraiser like, hey, or the organization like, hey, this is what I want to do, this is the amount that I think I'm going to sell, and be able to donate, they're going to be totally fine with it. I don't know. Rob, do you have any like input on that? Because you're more like the legitimate business person, I feel like.
No, you got it. Just know that if you're really looking at doing fundraisers for a boost in your PRV, if you search on your workstation in the search bar fundraiser, there's a lot of resources on there for tips and advice and the proper steps to do your fundraisers. And that's really something that if it's foreign to you and you kind of are worried about compliance and making sure you get the right donation to the right people and of the right amount, that's where your workstation tab can really be beneficial for you, because you want to keep it simple. You want to keep your fundraiser simple. Choose an item, choose a couple of items, and have a start day and an end day, and then just keep authentic, accurate tracking information for it, because there's consultants. When you go to like SFR, there's people all over the country that will have like a $15,000, $20,000 fundraiser, and that's all PRV. Yeah. And that's where a lot of the auditing for incentives comes into place, because they'll see a consultant with like 12,000 PRV in 1 month, and it's all from a fundraiser. So that's where a lot of that comes from. But just make sure that if you're going to donate commission, that you donate the proper amount of commission. And if you're going to donate the item, like the buddy drive, make sure you're donating the right amount of buddies. But don't be afraid of the fundraisers, but do your homework on it before you just jump into it. Because there's people that will go to like an elementary school, and instead of selling chocolate, they'll sell scent circles. Mm-hmm. They'll sell buddies. And I mean, think about all the contacts you're getting just by getting that product guide in all those parents' homes for the entire school or the class. And that's where the fundraiser can be a huge blessing, currently, but then you get all those contacts for afterwards to follow up with. And that's where good follow-up systems and maintaining contact with customers and an actual contact notebook or something like that is important.
Mm-hmm. I do one for Lenny the Lamb. I'm super sad that he's going away this month, but I have been for the past 2 years. Mine has been open and ongoing, and the reason that I do that is because I do it through my church. We have a orphanage in Moldova and Ukraine that we sponsor as a church. And we have been sending Lenny the Lambs to them, to the children there for the past 2 years. Like I'll get a whole bunch of them and then we'll just send them in the crates overseas. And the commission, when I first did it, I contacted Cincy I wanted to make sure I did it right. And what they told me is you have to get permission from the person or the group of who you want to do the fundraiser for. So that is the Orphans Hands. They are actually getting the buddies. And then my commission is donated to, my commission is donated to the scholarship for our ladies of our church. That give away college scholarships to the ladies of our church. So my commission that I make from those goes back into our church. So you need to make that very clear. And I donate all of my commission, 25% to the scholarship back in my church. I've donated so far 3 scholarships to our church in the past 2 years. So it can be very profitable. And it's like Rob said, you can get a lot of new customers by doing a fundraiser or doing something like that. So it's really good to do that, but you have to keep track of it, okay? And you have to, if Cincy was to come to you and say, hey, I know you're doing a fundraiser, you have to be able to show them, what you're doing and how you're tracking everything. So fundraisers can be a great way to boost your PRV also. I think we're almost finished for tonight. I don't think we did too bad. One thing that I wanted to talk to you about is we would like to do throughout the week, like each week, we're going to offer a homework for you guys and a homework for us. We're not going to ask you to do anything that we're not going to do ourselves. So we're working on this just as diligently as you guys are. But one of the things that we wanted to offer was to go on our Facebook page. And we told you at the very beginning, now this is going to be very interactive. If you're an essential consultant, if you are a star director consultant, I don't think we have any superstar directors on here, but if you're a star director consultant, it doesn't matter what your rank is. We want full participation in this. We kept this training very intimate with us and everything. So we wanted to make sure that on this Facebook group, it's very interactive. So your first homework for the week, y'all got your pens? Y'all should have had your paper and your pens all week long because I've been counting it down and telling you to get your pens. But what you want to do is we want you to post on the Facebook group, the Shooting for the Stars, how you are working and how you are getting your PRV. And for those of you that are looking at the post, we want you to comment. We want you to say, hey, I love this. I would maybe add this on here, or, can I use your post or something like that, but we want you to be comfortable enough to post what you're doing on here. We also want you to put your why. Felicia said she would talk about an hour if we let her talk about her Cincy why. So we're not letting her talk about her Cincy why. But all 4 of us kind of went on and did a post. We posted a picture of ourselves and we went on and we told you a little bit about us and a little bit about our Cincy whys. We could go on and on and on. I know I could. I know Felicia could. I know Tiffany could, about what this company means to our families, what this company means to us, how our why. When I first joined, I never really heard of Cincy. I was looking on Facebook, of all things, and somebody posted a $49 kit, and I was like, well, I need some money because I like to travel, so I'm going to try it and see what happens. I never bought any Cincy. I never heard of it. I never did anything. I just jumped in and I joined. So it did take me a while to flourish. I got my first recruit 2 years after I joined. Some of y'all are like joining and hitting director in like 4 months. But for me, I got my first recruit in 2 years. So whatever your why is, we want you to share what your why is. Some of you already have, and I do appreciate that, but there's 100 and some people on here, and we want to know and to hear from you. Felicia?
I know, you're not going to let me talk about my why. I want you guys to understand why it's so important to have a reason, right? Because let's be honest, if Cincy went away tomorrow, we'd all find something else that was still going to be something we could use to bless our lives and like fuel our reasoning. And we have the blessing of having like an amazing company like Cincy. But here's the difference. I might have a why that I could talk about for hours, but that is why I'm a star director and why I'm not going to stop at star director and why I ask people I don't know to book parties and why I'm not intimidated by 100 bar special and I'm just going to do it even if I get to 15. My why is why I'm where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be completely honest. You can say that no one buys from you. You can say that your business isn't as successful as someone else's, but the only reason that it's not is because you haven't identified why you need to be brave and why you need to ask the hard questions and why you need to build your own VIP page. I'm very passionate about it because my why is so important that I could ask 1,000 people to book a party with me and 999 of them are going to tell me no, but I'm still just as excited to ask that 1,000 person because my why is more important than their no's. So when we ask you guys to tell us about your why, I know you've been on a lot of trainings at this point, and that seems like something that is repetitive, but the reason we're asking is because maybe up until this point, you've said because, you want to pay a bill here or there, or because, friendship, this and that. Did you really dig underneath all the scary things you don't want to talk about, you don't want to think about, and you don't want to like acknowledge and say out loud and figure out why Cincy's going to help you push past all that fear and all that anxiety and all that I don't want to? Like, to be honest, we're all real introverts. All of us. But our why is what makes us look and appear and become extrovert. So when we ask you guys to figure out your why, we're not asking you guys to just like tomorrow post, unless you already know. We're asking you guys to really dig deep, really figure out if everything in your life is falling apart and you wake up in the morning, what's still going to get you motivated to get up and keep pushing and keep going? That's what we're asking. Your why is so important. It's so important regardless if you're an essential consultant, certified consultant, superstar director. My why has changed and yet stayed the same, and I'm still just as motivated to work and kick butt every day and ask people to join my team every day and ask people to book parties every day because I'm passionate about my reasoning and what I want to do for my family.
Well, like Christy said, she's not alone in this group of 48 that are still participating in this training. She's not the only one that doesn't have a designated motivation as to why she's doing Cincy. Some people just join because they like the product. Yep. But for what you understanding your why and what motivates you and drives you is so important, just because that's the motivation that's going to give you the courage to make that sale or continue Cincy for 5 years or 6 years and not just do it for 3 or 4 months and then stop. Or it's what's going to allow you to give the waitress at Mi Casitas a sample with the business card. Those are the things that's going to give you that courage. Why are you a nurse? Why are you a teacher? Why are you a stay-at-home mom? These are the things that motivate you, that make you wake up and go to work.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, when I started, I wanted a little bit of extra money because Tim and I, we love to cruise. We honestly love to cruise. Till COVID, we cruised at least once or twice a year, and having spending money for that, I was paying like monthly payments for it, but having spending money whenever we got on the ship was one of the reasons why, because I knew we were getting one coming up, and I was like, okay, I just want a little bit of spending money for us. But over the years, and especially this past year, retirement. I never, if you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have said, I'm probably going to work till the day I die. I literally told people, and you can ask anybody, I've not gone anywhere. I was born in Cape Fear Valley Hospital. I had been working at Cape Fear Valley Hospital for 26 years. And I told them I'll probably die in Cape Fear Valley Hospital working there after, all of this, because that's just where I saw myself. I did not see the potential for me to really retire and enjoy myself and enjoy my family and enjoy, my grandkids and stuff. I never thought that I could actually do that until this past year. And I actually can see that happening and making a plan for it now, even before I'm 51 years old. So even before you have to wait until you're 65 to retire, I can actually see that happening for me. So it all started with a little bit of spending money that I just wanted to spend on a cruise to being our whole source of income for me to be able to retire, and my husband's income to be able to do that, but to be home with him and to be going, if we want to go see our kids, or if we want to go to the beach, or if we want to do whatever, we can do whatever, because this business is mobile. You can work this business from wherever you are. You can get PRV from wherever you are, and you can grow your team from wherever you are. So regardless of what, if you think your why is just, I need $50 to buy groceries this week, that's okay. That's a why. That's a start. I needed $400 to take on a cruise with me in 3 months, so it wasn't like I was going to make $400 the first month, because I didn't see that, because I didn't know the vision. But I knew that I had a couple of months to save that kind of money up, so it's definitely something that evolves, but you have to be deep rooted in it.
And I'm going to break the rules. I'll go live on the page and talk about my why.
You can break the rules, yes. And we want you guys to do this, so we definitely want you to do this. So that's your homework, okay? Before we stop, I know we've gone like an hour, and we want to keep this like not long, but those are your homeworks: to post your why, to kind of dig deep and think about it this week. Post your why, and then show us how you're working. Post your conversations on there. Show us how you're working to get that PRV. Even if you get, yay, you got a PWS order, post that. Don't scratch out the customer's name, because we don't want to be out of complaint. Scratch out the customer's name and say, woohoo, look what I got. I got a PRV order, because this week is all about PRV, and it's all about your business. So we wanted to make sure. Yeah, go ahead, Tiffany.
This page, when it comes to you guys posting, like, this is a safe space, y'all. So don't be afraid, like, when it comes to your why, like, you don't have to hold back, because nobody's going to repeat what's in this page. And this is going to be like a very, like, it's very positive. Like, you guys can see this training is very positive. So when it comes to this page, like, comment on each other's stuff. If you have the same why as somebody else, or just to encourage somebody when they post their why, like, be like, yes, girl, you got this. Like, be their biggest cheerleader. This is what we're 3 different groups. I know that. And I think that there's some other, like, there's 2 other directors, I think, or whoever on this page. But you guys, like, be each other's biggest cheerleaders, because we're all different groups, yes, but like me and Michelle and Felicia, we don't have the same sponsor, and we're all like each other's people. Like, they know some of the biggest things about me. Literally before this call, we were just talking about personal stuff going on in my life. So be each other's cheerleaders, and you guys never know, because you may be on this page and you may like meet your tribe, and that's what you want. You want to meet your Cincy tribe.
Yes, absolutely. Anything else, Felicia, before I stop recording? Okay, I'm going to hit stop recording.